I am Miss Holly, and I'm going to be your blended geometry teacher for the summer. So since Tuesdays are online days and not face-to-face days, we're not going to get to meet until tomorrow, and instead of giving you an assignment, I figured I would go over the syllabus through a video. That way you can always go back and listen to this information if you need it again later. Okay, you're also going to have a Google form to fill out, and that will count as your assignment for today. So, Blended Geometry, Summer 2015, you do have access to this document. If you do not have access, please email me and let me know. I will show you where to go to get it. So we're running from June 24th to July 30th. It's going to be real quick. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 1:30 to 4 p.m. You are going to come hang out with me at Howard High School in room B109. Okay? So this is me. I'm Amy Holly, and my email, which you can get a hold of me anytime you need. It will shoot right to my cell phone. Okay? I will normally respond to emails within 24 hours, most likely much faster than that. Please make sure when you do email me that you tell me who you are. Alright? So, I'm going to have office hours Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:30. So if you want to come in and get a little one-on-one help with something, or if you have a question or anything, I'll be there on the days that we meet face-to-face, just an hour early, okay, in the same classroom. Tuesdays and Fridays, you can email me with any questions before 8 p.m. I am an old lady, and I'm going to go to bed early on some days, okay, so just make sure before 8 p.m. Don't email me at 3 a.m. and wonder why I'm not getting back to you. Okay, I do sleep. And also, if you would like to set up a virtual meeting through Google Hangouts, you can email me or talk to me about that, and that's something that we can do, because then we can screen share and all sorts of kind of neat stuff on that. So if you need a little extra help, please let me know. So geometry is a 6-week blended course, so it's combining the elements of face-to-face and online instruction. The face-to-face class attendance is required those 3 days a week, okay? And you are expected to work online during non-face-to-face days. Keep in mind, it really is an accelerated pace because it is summer school, so it's the entire school year in 6 weeks, okay? So keep that in mind. It is teacher facilitated, okay? It's not designed to be an independent study course. You do have me as a resource. The online portion of this is awesome and has all the materials that you need, but you do also have me to help explain things in different ways if you need so. Okay, these are the different topics we're going to be learning about. The grading policy is going to be by total points. So on face-to-face classes, your attendance is gives you 10 points right away. Any assignments that we do in face-to-face will be 5 points each. The online section quizzes are going to basically be your homework. Okay, so you're going to have more than one of these due on the offline days, on the online days, and they're about 20 points each. You do have 2 tries for these. So if you go through the whole material and you take the online quiz and you didn't score very well on it, you want to get some more points, all you have to do is email me and I will reset it for you, and you can have a second try at those. Keep in mind, not going to be the same questions. We'll probably come in a different order of topics. So you really do need to have gone through the material and know your stuff. Okay, that's how I'm going to know that you have gone through the material and you know it. The unit tests range in points because some of the units are really small, some are larger and longer. These are going to be taken in class, so you are not going to have access to all the other things that you need, and you only get one shot for these, so make sure that you are prepared. And then you have a mid and end summer test, which are 200 points each. Okay? Any missed assignments can be turned in 1 day late for half credit. We'll talk more about that when I see you tomorrow. Okay? 1 day does include face-to-face and online classes. So the online portion really is self-paced. They do have a calendar for you. it seems really fast because it is really fast. You are going to be expected to do a decent amount of work every day. So students will access the course through Apex, and I will show you that. We'll go through that a little bit through this video. I will show you how to log in and what it will look like, all that good stuff. Okay? Everything's going to be submitted through Apex, quizzes, tests, everything. Okay? And you have access to this 24/7. So if you really want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start working, feel free. All right? So I'm really big on QR codes. It is something that I suggest that you download on your device. We will be using them during the face-to-face classes. So it's a QR app. That is one of our additional applications that we will be using. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions on that, please just let me know. Okay? So the online portion, this is the link to it. Okay, we also have, I've created a Google site for us that has everything you could ever need, which is this right here. And I have the link to Apex here, so as long as you save this website, which is the Google website, it will have everything. And there's a calendar of events we'll go through. Each unit is already set here, so if you want extra practice on anything or we have any supplementary materials, they will all be here for you. You can also contact me through this as well, so whatever is easier. So we are going to use the GAFE. That's what you have access to this document from, so I'll show you that real quick. You want to go to the hcpss.me. You do need to put HTTPS because it's a secure site, and everything for you is through the private site. You might have used this already at your home school, and it's exactly the same. It's your regular username and password. So your username and password for Apex might be different than this, okay? But this one is your normal school login. If you're going to log into a school computer, that's what your login is going to be. And you're going to go to Shared with Me, and under Shared with Me, you will have this folder right here, 2015 CSS Blended Geometry. Anything that we do in class that's going to be a Google Doc, well, you will have access to from here. So as you can see, it's shared already with a whole bunch of you. Okay? So, Geometer Sketchpad is a really cool program we are going to be using, but that's for in-class only. The QR code app, any of them work. They're all free downloads. They're all really easy. And then if you want to do a virtual conference, Google Hangout, they also can use Skype, but that's optional if you need it. All right, technical support, computer and internet access are provided. In addition to the blended support, it's BYOD. If you have your own laptop and you're more comfortable using that, bring it in. You can use that every day, no big deal at all. It is optional. I do have lessons that we will use your own devices. You can use your cell phone, or if you have a tablet, you can bring that in. If you do want to do that, you have to complete this student agreement form. So make sure that you click on this, make sure that you print this out, and you fill this in, you sign it, and you bring it with you tomorrow. So, students are expected to have regular access to computer and reliable internet outside of the Comprehensive Summer School site. It is the student's responsibility to report any technical issues to the teacher as soon as possible. I'll give you a little clue right now. Apex has some interactive portions that do not work on Google Chrome. They need to be used on Firefox. I have found works really well. Chrome does not, though. If there is an issue getting to any of the online portions, please contact me first, okay? Or you can contact Apex. The easiest thing to do is contact me and see if I can fix the problem for you, and then we'll go from there, okay? And if there's still an issue, you have an extra resource here, okay? Big deal, attendance, okay? You can only miss one class without there being a consequence. Because this is such a condensed course and we only have 5 weeks of classes, every class that you miss, you're missing about half the unit, if not an entire unit for some of the shorter units. So please keep in mind you do not want to miss class. It's already a lot of work and it's going to be way more. Okay, you do need to report to class on time. We are only there from 1:30 to 4. Okay, so you want to get there on time, ready to go. I will be there an hour early, so if you want to come early and hang out and get some stuff done, you'll be able to. After the first tardy, you will need to serve a detention, okay? And any tardy over 15 minutes counts as that absence, okay? So, withdrawn. After 12 days, if a student withdraws, you're going to receive a W on your transcript, and you cannot be refunded, okay? Student and parent agreements. Here, there's a link for you. Make sure that you fill that out, bring it in. I will have hard copies of it in class as well. Okay, the biggest thing is communication. You gotta let me know what's going on. I'm not a mind reader, I don't know. Okay, so make sure that you're emailing me on a regular basis. If anything is unclear, if you really have some big questions and you know you're going to come in for help, feel free to shoot me an email, give me a heads up. If possible, I'll make some supplementary materials ahead of time. Okay, if you want extra practice on anything, please let me know. All right? And make sure that you add your parent or guardian to your student account so that they can access your progress and help support you in this class. Okay? Students are expected to work independently, and you need to manage your time very, very carefully. If you get behind, it's going to be really hard to catch up, so make sure that you are on top of everything. Regular attendance, again, attendance is so important, and you need to be logging on to the course site, that Apex, and our Google site daily to review the calendar, your assignments, all your to-do lists, okay? So any technical issues, make sure that you tell us as soon as possible. Make sure that today you try to log into Apex and you test it out and see how you're doing. See if it works for you if you're having any issues. Make sure that on Firefox, even with Firefox, you do need to install some plugins to make sure that the interactive activities work, okay? Make sure that you're using earbuds or headphones if they require audio. I'm pretty sure that none of ours require audio though. Make sure daily you're bringing to class for our face-to-face classes pencils and erasers. Okay. Highlighters and colored pencils I am a very big advocate for. I think it makes a lot of material easier. You can kind of highlight things. Okay, and you are going to want to have paper as well, blank paper. Since our tests and quizzes are online, you're going to have to put things on paper and pencil and kind of go back and forth. Okay. I like 3-ring binders. If you know that you work better with a folder or an accordion, please feel free. And then scientific calculators are really all that is needed for this course. You do not need a graphing calculator. If you have a graphing calculator, go crazy, bring it. You can get a little $5 scientific calculator at anywhere. And I will have some available to you as well. So, classroom procedures, all normal school rules, okay, are going to be enforced, just like good old regular school, okay? Honor code is a really big deal, and then your electronic devices are a really big deal. You need to be using them appropriately for class. If we are not using them in class, they should not be seen, heard, or used, okay? Or they can be confiscated from you. So make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Make sure that you respect everybody in the classroom, whether they're a teacher, a student, or a guest. Do this by listening when others are speaking and being a positive influence on the class. Make sure that you pay attention and participate in lessons. You will learn the material better if you participate, okay? No food or drink except a water bottle in a clear bottle, okay? Please, no gum. We're going to keep the room nice and clean. I know, oh, but Miss Holly, I never, you know, cause a mess and da-da-da-da. I know. Everybody says it. Just don't do it, okay? And then grades are going to be on Aspen just like during the normal school year. Same login, and it should pop up for you. We are going to be using technology, obviously, often in this class. Make sure that you are using it appropriately. We will have a mobile lab to use daily for our face-to-face classes, and we need to make sure that we are returning them in a condition that is conducive to others being able to use it. If you do not do so, you're going to receive a 0 for whatever assignment you're doing and a detention. You definitely do not want that to happen when you are taking tests. Your tests are on the computer. Okay? And then this is how our summer school grading policy, this is across the board for all summer school classes. Okay? So you can kind of read through this, M1, M2 in your exam, and it calculates for you how to calculate your final grade. You feel free, we can talk about this a little bit more for our face-to-face class. Okay, so you have access to this through our class website and through Google Drive. I can embed it into here for you as well. And then the other thing that we want to do is I want to show you this Apex program. This is your learning program. You're going, in your email from me, you should have had a username and a password. So I'm just going to show you an example here of what's going to happen when you log into this. And I will reset yours for you, Mr. Avery. So you're going to sign in, and then you're going to make a new password, and it'll let you know if it's good or not. Okay. You have to have read the Student Code of Conduct, so please make sure that you click that, make sure that you look through it. Okay. It's a big deal. Just, it's not too long, so, you know, take 2-3 minutes and read through it. And then submit. And then you're going to select questions. My first pet's name was Bob. I'm just making stuff up. And the first music concert you ever attended. Third eye blind. And save. And then you're going to continue. Okay, so this is what yours is going to look like. I didn't want to sign into mine because mine looks a little different. So here you have your dashboard, and your course here is geometry. I'm your teacher, Ms. Holly. If you click on this, a box is going to pop up, and this is what you have access to. So the only thing you currently have access to is this Unit 1 test, which actually you're not going to have access to. I apologize. I'm going to take that off. We're going to go through Unit 1 together Wednesday and Thursday, and you will have access to the test when you are done with it. Okay, so this is going to be your first test. But what you are going to have access to start is the second unit. So Friday, you are going to be starting Unit 2 already. Okay, and you aren't going to have access to anything until you go through this in order. So a couple of things I want to point out to you. There is a transcript for anything. Okay, keep in mind there's some stuff below here. You can print things out as you go through more and more of this. You're going to be able to arrow up and down through here, not by scrolling. Okay, there's some interactive pieces.
About how cool triangles are,
because triangles are so cool. So you got to go through that, and then it'll have 2.1 for you, and boom, there's 3 parts here: study, checkup, and quiz. Most of them are all study, checkup, and quiz, and then you'll go through 2.2, 2.3. So this is a really awesome program. There are pieces up here. Some of these will be worksheets that you can print out when you go over, when you just put your cursor over, I'm not clicking anything, any key terms, it pops up a beautiful definition for you with pictures. Everything has audio. I know that I learn a lot better when I hear things, so when I have gone through these programs, I always click the audio.
Most people would say that all of these shapes are triangles.
Okay, and so it's really, really nice. So you want to make sure that you scroll down, make sure that you get everything, and when you get into 2.1.1, keep in mind down here, there's a bunch of pages. All the pages are really short, but these study sheets are fantastic. I highly suggest that you print them out, okay, and go through them, and don't even just write what's in the blanks. Put a ton of notes on here. Make sure that you really take advantage of these supports, okay? And then you're going to be able to scroll through these, and there'll be some really nice activities for you with manipulatives. You can kind of click and drag things around. But make sure that you're scrolling up and down. Sometimes there's things right below it. All right. Reading support is here. Mathematical practice is here. When you get to the checkup practice problems, there's great little worksheets, okay, that you can print out and work through. I will have the answer keys to these. When you come to your face-to-face class, there'll be a QR code and you can check the answer keys, all right? And if you go through the practice problems and you go through the note sheet, you are not going to have a problem with the quizzes, okay? So it always has this little thing for the quizzes, and you've got to arrow over to start the quiz. So these are the ones that are going to count as your homework assignments, and you are going to have 2 tries at these. So really take your time, go through here, take some really good notes. This is great practice for college, all right? And feel free to email me. Let me know if you have any questions. You are welcome to email me before we meet tomorrow, or you can write down your questions, and we will cover them tomorrow. I can't wait to meet you. Bye.